Hi guys, tribe, how are we? Welcome back. Now we're at the end of the year. I'd like to wish all of you guys a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Please keep safe. If you are needing to have a quick look at the overview for 2019, it is purchasable via the website, and if you're needing an emergency booking, the link will be directly below straight to the website. Yes, I am working over the silly season. Now, this is a new addition to Yildiz readings, which will hopefully be an ongoing thing. The love reading is very separate with the general, and that's for, I'll see how it goes, but it's separate, okay? Now, the connection inside your reading, as I was shuffling the cards, I was feeling a very nervous energy. Now, it may be something connected to the aspect of the finances, your career, where you're moving forward, but I feel that there's pressure. There's a lot of pressure. And again, we had the Venus retrograde for the whole 40 days, you know, shadow period either side. So the frequency is quite natural that one would feel at that level, especially for the entirety of the year. Ongoing, on and off, had been direct retrograde, and we felt like a bowl of mashed potato. So I can't wait for like 2019, and it's like fingers crossed. Anyway, the energy that's coming through with you guys is very panicky. I feel you guys are putting a lot of pressure on yourselves. I feel you need to really meditate. It can be due to the silly season, but I'll tune into the reading and psychically I'll see what I'm picking up. But definitely I'm picking an aspect connected to career, finance and movement. I am sensing for a lot of people that there is going to be upheaval to a degree in some shape or form around the end of the year. So keep grounded. Financially speaking, in your mindset, you know that you have an idea in mind, you're going to put the effort in, or you have been putting the effort in, be it finance, be it career, and manifesting that of what you want. In the heart of the energy, you feel there's an imbalance, an injustice, that you've been trying, but every time you get your foot ahead, you know, it's, gee, you know, what's going on? Now, it can be delays on cash coming in, and that's where the stress is coming from, especially if you're buying gifts and cramming. It can be an unfair energy with contracts and legalities, maybe signing a lease, etc., and it's come at left field, especially for buildings and, you know, if you're a shop owner, etc. So look at the fine print, be cautious about that. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but intuitively I'm sensing read over the fine print. The obstacles, you're being careful with the cash, you're being careful with the tempting of getting triggered or influenced by what's going on, but on the other side of it, it's a temporary halt. It might have been something didn't get completely off the ground, it didn't come about the way you thought it was going to be, either financial, career, or abundance internally. It just didn't come around 360. Now, what you can do is have some time out, feel free. It may be some of you are looking at leaving a connection, it could be a physical connection, a connection at a financial level. So that can be partner, it can be, for those of you, it can be employment, it can be having to put money out and in order to get it back, and sort of like this frustrated energy connected to that. Now, what you're not seeing is that there is still hope. It is transforming. But the actions you need to take, especially if you're dealing with employers, be careful, look over their energies, you know, keep an eye on things, read the fine print. There can be some deception here. Now, the actions are, if somebody is not being correct coming towards you, dealing with you, be it at a financial level, you need to address this area. Now, I'm going to pull a clarifier on that, because it can be that you're feeling that there's either an employer you don't trust, employee. Ooh. It can be romantic connection. Again, I'm feeling justice. For some of you, you might be, okay, someone you're not usually angry about. You're not angry. It feels like you've learned a lesson. And it could be you're just physically cross with yourself and you're like, you know, some things have happened. I was kidding myself. This thing was going to be there before the end of the year. You know, I thought I was going to have this all up and going, and it hasn't quite got there the way I thought it was going to be, so I'm just going to have that time out. Now, something hasn't come 360, okay? The transformation hasn't come, but it's not saying it's not. It's a delay due to the silly season, and that doesn't help us at that time now, does it? You're not feeling as bright and sparky. You are fatigued. You put a lot of effort into your life, and, you know, you're trying, and you've got things coming at you a left field. What you can do is talk about the situation, move forward. It can be somebody might be coming towards you and making peace. It can be old bosses coming towards you and saying, hey, you know, do you want to come back on board with us? Others of you, it may be making a truce. It can be at a financial level connected to children, especially if there's custodial related things going on. It's directly impacting your finances. What you're not seeing is that, look, the person is who the person is, okay? We can't control what another person does, but we can control our direct actions. So moderate what you give and what you take. Be cautious that things are gifts, not bribes. Even though that card's not here, that's what I'm being shown. You know this person well. Now, follow your dreams. Know that whatever has gone was meant to go. I can see some of you actually starting your own business, starting on a whole new venture, turning over a new leaf to a point you are ready to have that final turnaround where you're going to reap the abundance you're deserving. Now, in the first week, you may not feel as creative. You might feel your intuition has been betrayed due to people lying, due to people maybe disputes and legalities and contracts. Read the fine print, even connected to your own budget. Now, on the second week, I feel you might be more passionate. I don't feel this is a bad energy. It's like I feel some of you are going to have some time out connected to the misunderstandings and situations going on, the stress levels, and I feel more family connected. It's connected to people that make you feel grounded, and I don't feel these are the family members that are making you feel like, oh God, when are we going to get home? It's like, it's the ones you can just sit back and you can just completely be yourself, and they're going to dote on you. And I feel that that is really going to boost your frequency, and it's going to help you move beyond that point. The funny thing is, especially if somebody in your career has sabotaged you or anything to that degree, I'll explain at the end. Week 3. You feel like you can't really communicate it. You're using your intuition and you're looking at the situation going, how do I look at this? Again, intuition again and communication. So your throat chakra and your intuition. Now, when we've been burnt, we feel either if something's gone wrong on a financial front and we're like, what have I done? Or you've done everything you can and that's why you're meditating on what had occurred many moons ago. We're doing a reflection, okay? It's a 360. So it doesn't even have to be that this frequency is completely happening. It can be agitation inside you due to previous happenings. You're wanting to move forward fiercely. Now, when it comes to our ego, now ego is a very harsh word. When someone's hurt us, we form a coating of protection and we're like, the stove is hot, let's not touch that. Now, there are ways around the hot stove, which in theory we have invented. It's the padding, which now is almost like common practice. It's the gloves, the mitts to take the food out. There are techniques we can deal with the first given adversity. A friend of mine had a business where somebody else took her idea and ran. And this is someone here in Australia, I know. And she was like, it's really an injustice. And I said to her, but the injustice is on them. And she said, I don't understand why. The thing is, if you're the fruit and if you're the tree with the fruit on it, okay, and you've got all the beautiful ideas, the nectar is sweet, it's an ongoing thing. You are producing it yourself. It's a self-made idea. Your energy is your own. Your frequency is your own. They can take that one peach, but the rest of the tree of ideas and alchemization is completely yours. They can't take that. So once that peach is gone, they've got nothing. So rest assured, a transformation is coming at the money front, at your forward movement, at your ownership of what you can do. And these energies are turning around. That's where you are when you're meditating, right? It's turning around. Now, the tools you have. Get used to the fact that in life we're unprepared, but you have the tools you're going to think on your feet. So it might be that you thought something was going to get off the ground at a financial, emotional, physical, and maybe there was a crosswire in communications, and it can cause conflict. So it may be that some people are acting in a very agitated way, and again, it's Christmas, so let's just go grace. You might be passionate, and again, you might not have expected that people are going to pop in and say, hey, come on, you need to get down. Let's go and hang out. Something may be affecting you with your communication. Like, I feel it's a person. Now, this is either a work colleague or somebody connected to you personally and your intuition. But this is, they're knocking you for 6. They're a bad egg, okay? What's supporting you? It's what universe gave you. It's your shine. It's your transformation. It's always darkest before the dawn. Now, what you're guided to do is keep the balance up. It's not over till the fat lady sings. I can see good things coming for you in 2019. But this meditation, it's not to say that money's not coming in. This is the energy that's coming through at the moment that may hinder your progress. It's not saying it's going to hinder your progress. Have the self-awareness connected to blocks that are showing within the reading, should they come up. Otherwise, look at your rising signs and use it as a tool to help you deal with the conflict, should it arise. Love and light.